All right, everyone, welcome to the 2024 Fall Classic here at Leather Pocket Billiards in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We got a great opening round match for you. Rick Glenn to break first. Going to take on Kevin Beskel in a race to 9. Winner breaks here at the Fall Classic. And Rick with a good one, gonna hang the 5, but he makes the 1. Oh, and he makes the 5 with a kiss. He makes the 7. He hangs the 3. That's a good sign if you're a Rick to start the match. The break looks good. We are streaming on Facebook and YouTube, so let me know if the sound is okay, guys. I'm just gonna check it myself quick here as well. And make sure you share that stream. Lots for us this weekend. 64 players entered. Handicapped entry fee. Yeah, sounds like we got volume. Locked and loaded for another great event here at LP. $1,000 added generously. The green fee put back in, as well as some extra money added by the owners. And we get our first look at Kevin here after Rick misses a tough shot on the 2. Speaking of tough shots on the 2, that's a tough shot on the 2 to open a tournament. And hopefully our connection will be good. I'm going to follow along the comments so you guys can let me know how the quality is throughout the weekend. Rick gonna have to kick at this 2 ball, but I would put him a huge favor to make it. Can maybe get some Fargos going in with the names at some point as well. Does he get the cue ball around enough, or is he going to be playing a rail first here as well? Easy rail first if he has to. Shape on the 4, position to the purple 4, not easy. A lot of small windows there to get on. So if anybody's alive in the comment land and would like to maybe share the bracket link, David Wilson, nudge, nudge, hint, hint, wink, wink. Yeah, you kind of have to play rail first there. Come around for the side pocket. Is it going to overrun a bit? But he's okay. Good shot there. Good speed. Rather overrun it than underrun it and be behind the 8. Smartly played. And hopefully we'll get some guest commentators in throughout the weekend. If anybody out there's listening, Derek Moore, Ryan Murray, guys like that, you know, would like to come sit in and give us their expert advice, that would be welcomed. As you know, I'm going to be busy, and Steph's going to be busy running it, and we're without our master tournament director, Larry. But Steph and I do a great job as well. Steph helping me run the show this weekend. Rick looking good to take the first rack here. Balls over holes are always nice. I like the way he's played position on this one. He's going to take the doubt out of it rattling maybe. Could be a little tighter than what the camera shows. One comment at least, says David in the YouTube chat. And there's Mark Mallet in the Facebook. Welcome, gents. Thanks for tuning in, as always. I am playing in this event as well, so I can't guarantee that we're going to have a streamed match every round, but we're going to do the best we can. 1-0, Kevin Besco. I got some exciting news for you guys that isn't released to anybody else yet, but Alex is coming back. For those who don't know, Alex was here, I want to say a month ago, doing some challenge matches, and we had such a super time, and I think this time he's coming back, but with another guest. He's bringing along his good buddy, Bustamante. Django is going to make an appearance here at LP. And it sounds like January 7th to the 14th, somewhere around there. Don't quote me on the end date, but I have been told January 7th. But I'm going to try to get some more info, and we'll get a poster made up, and we'll get some more stuff rocking for you guys. That way, you know what the plan is. Hopefully this time we can get them doing maybe like a trick shot show as well as some other stuff. Rick with the big break again. He's figured that one out. Now he's just got to figure out this cue ball and one ball because it's getting lost. One ball's going in. Cue ball's too close to that end rail for most top players' liking. And don't mind me, I'm playing in this event, so I'm just over here chalking my cue, getting ready. And we have a nice stream booth at LP here, kind of repurpose the back room. So I'm out of the way, and our camera's out of the way, up mounted on the wall. Nobody can bother me back here. I have some other exciting news for LP regulars and those who are new to LP. We have the arena lights are in the room, although put in storage for a bit until we can get them assembled and rent a lift and put them up over the next couple of weeks or so. We're going to have arena lights in all the room. For those who don't know Leather Pocket, we have 18 diamond tables here. We have 10 9-foot diamonds. And we have 8 7-foot diamond tables. We have 2 valleys as well, so we have 20 tables at LP. We're going to have 18 arena lights over the tables. 2 of them are going to have built-in cameras coming at some point with digital scoreboards as well, so some exciting stuff. Some upgrades happening here at LP. Come check it out if you haven't seen it already. Lots of action happening. Lots of good action all the time. Lots of great tournaments all the time. We're bringing in some legends, like Dave says there in the Facebook chat. Some Filipino legends. There's more on the agenda. I'm sure you guys can think of who the one big legend is that we're working on getting out here. Okay, back to the match. Looks like Kevin going to work here, trying to put his stamp on this match, get himself on the board. Super strokes this ball. He gets the carbon juice happening there. Got all of it. And he's landed 50-yard line. Dave, thank you very much for saying that. Len would be very proud of all the upgrades. He hated change, but he would love it. It's quite the pool room now. What a shot from Kevin there. Really nice. Ryan Mason, welcome. And Robert Griffith in the YouTube greetings. Make sure you guys do me a favor. Click that share button for me. I can't ask you to do it if I'm not going to do it, so I'm going to do it. Kevin making some nice shots here. One more good shot needed. This looks pretty good. Good stroking from Kevin here in game 2. Looking good. Making it look easy. Kevin Beskel on the board, 1-1. Fully expect this to be a nice close match. This was a good stream match to have up right away, knowing that both these gents play really good. And we should be in store for a nice opening round barn burner to get us started here. Kevin to break in rack 3 here. Let's see what he's got for a break. I've seen a couple good ones from Rick. Well, I mishit it a bit. You can see the cue ball dangerously close to the side pocket, and that's why he's going to come up dry. Or a lot of the reason he's coming up dry. You got to hit this 10-ball break real square to be making balls. And not so sure Rick has a good attacking shot here on the 1, being that the cue ball's going straight into the 2. Not much happening there. It may have been that the safety was just as tough as anything happening there, so it's worth going for. And still not the easiest of outs, you would say. Okay, I've shared plenty. And thank you for sharing, Keith. And I'm just going to try to add the poster for the tournament here. Safety looks good from Kevin. Good shot. This way I can show you the entry fees and the tournament format. While Rick goes underneath to try to kick at this ball. I thought he'd try to find a way to the side rail, but maybe the 7 is blocking that. Oh, he tries to go underneath. He drives right by it. Could see the ploy was try to get the cue ball there. And Kevin goes, "You didn't hit it right, thank goodness." Okay, let me just load up this poster here. Don't mind my clicking. Okay. And just one other thing I wanted to do, because we get a lot of questions always about this one, and it's easier to put it in with the names, is the Fargo rating. So we'll just plug him in there. Rick's a 6.54. And Kevin isn't far off that, if my memory serves me correctly. 6.25. Okay, now we're locked in right as Kevin's about to kick at this ball. Looking pretty close, but close doesn't count in this game. Hansel wants to know, is there still parking left? Keep dreaming, pal. Keep dreaming. Try to get Alex and Frosty in a one-pocket match. Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome, hey? I think we're just getting Alex and some guests out just purely as exhibition stuff. Just to entertain the crowd, and it's a way of giving back for one of the owners, I believe. And he's a huge pool fan, so of course, with the extra money that he's got, that's what I would do. I would have all my pool idols hang out at my pool room. That's already what I have here. Being that Edwin and Brady are here all the time now. And Rick Glenn's been around the game a long time. He knows this 9-foot table pretty well, as we're seeing here. Moving the cue ball around nice. Just got to smooth this one back. I'd like to be close to the straight end. Closer than that, I think. Now you're kind of in between. Do you draw back to middle and take a cut, or do you go into the 10 kind of punchy? I might take the latter. Oh, he smoothed the draw. That was nice. If you can pinch it like that, you definitely do that. He drains the 10 to retake the lead. A little back and forth from these gents to start this match. Looking good. Just what we came to see. And it looks like my poster is just way too stretched to even see what's happening on here. Well, so we're going to work on that. But I can read it to you guys anyway. So that it was a tiered entry for this one. So we do handicapped entry fee sometimes in these pool tournaments. Sometimes we do handicapped races. Sometimes we do handicapped entry fee. This one's handicapped entry. 520 and under pay only $35 to play the tournament. 521 to 580 pay $50. 581 to 620 pays $75. 621 to 680 pays $100, and 681 and over is paying $125 to play this $1,000 added fall classic here at Leather Pocket. Oh, this is a nice one from Rick. Not only has he made both side balls, he got the one over the hole. He got pretty unlucky. The cue ball got kissed there. Excuse me. So hopefully everybody's having a good Friday night enjoying the stream, make sure you guys share it for me. That's all we ever ask here at Q Sports Live with these free streams. So if you're new to 10 ball, what you can do here is play a push out after the break and only after the break. You can push the cue ball anywhere, touch any ball, pot any ball, other than the 10 would be respotted. And then we'll get to see his opponent. Kevin can either shoot from here or make Rick shoot again, which he might contemplate making Rick shoot again, depending how close to the rail the 1 is. Thought he was handing it back. He was going for the correct cue. He could try to get the cue ball near the 9 here and try to get the 1 underneath the 3. You just got to watch the double kiss a bit. I think it's kind of what Rick was going to play, and it looks like Kevin's done it nicely. Got to watch the gap here. Sometimes there's a little window between the 2, 7, 6, 3. Might be. Hopefully the stream stays smooth on your end, because it's cutting out on mine. I have had some internet problems here as well. It could just be my Wi-Fi. In which case, I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's looking okay. Going to try to swerve this one a little, Massey. I wasn't sure what he was pointing at there. He was just pointing at James to shoot first, table on the player beside him. Oh, he had the stick there. How handy is that? And super unlucky, really, from Kevin, who played a good shot after the push. A bit unlucky to leave the window. Mind you, he did just overrun the cue ball and the 3 a little. If he slows up either one, he slows up the other, and it's going to be real tight safety. 1 would have been below the 3, and the cue ball would have been behind the 2. Good hit there. Looks like he's going to leave a shot, but it's not going to be an easy one. And we do just have this one angle this weekend, but if you're just tuning in, we do have the lights. The arena lights have arrived for the rest of the room, so I assume there's going to be some cameras with them or coming soon behind them. And we can start to get some other angles. We'll have one more angle at least. But once we have all the lights set, I might be able to mount a shelf and get a side angle as well. Would be the plan. Rick going for that one. Can't say I blame him. He didn't have much of a choice. Those ones are real tough. Off the rail and long into the side pocket at that angle. Super, super tough. Definitely got away with it. Thought he might have the window between the 7-6, but it's certainly not there. He's called the kick in the low left. Or he's called the 10. I'm not sure which one, but either way, it was going to be tough. And now Rick with the chance to run these balls out, open up the lead a little bit. You know he'd love to. It's one match for everybody tonight, so he would love to just get this one over with and then fire back up in the morning. Sorry, guys. Just messaging tournament director, try to let her know bit of a plan for tomorrow before any of these matches finish, so she can let them know the plan for the morning, which will be first 10 matches on the second round of the A side. Will be playing at 11 a.m. Doors open at 10. And the first 10 matches on the B side will also be starting same time. Look out, look out. Oh, he got the horn. He looked away. He thought he was straight in there. And instead he caught the horn. He might be straight in the side pocket with the 4 instead. Could have worked out not so bad after all, but this is a tough shot. And I think there's a player on the table beside him just waiting for them to clear out of the way. You can see lots of room to shoot between the tables, but not the most room in the world. Doesn't matter. Kevin did have a good angle on that 4, and he made it happen. He's got a tricky shot on the 6, though. Oh, and he drains it. What a shot. Another bit of a tricky one here. Can he go forward again to get on the 9, or does he need to stun the angle a bit here? Yeah, and he's looking at drawing over now. This is tougher than the camera shows. Looks like he is going to either just trickle this one in or go to the side rail and back over again. All right, wasn't so bad, but one more good shot still needed. Might be just on the wrong side of this ball. He's going to have to draw it back to the short side of the 10. The left side of the 10 is we're looking at it, I think. He smooths it in perfectly. What a great shot from Kevin Beskel there. Showing his 625 Fargo with that smooth draw. That's a nice shot and a great out to tie this match at 2. A shout out to Jam Up Apparel. These sweet Predator shirts. I like the Predator kind of silhouettes in the background there on the bottom of the shirt. Styling. Predator always coming with the cool designs. Predator X Jam Up. Mindy doing a great job over there at Jam Up with the designs. I love them. Squares this one nicely. Good break from Kevin. He mishit the first one, but he hit that one perfect. And look where the 1 goes. You love to see that. Unless you're Rick. Very nice break. Needs some draw on this cue ball to get to the 2. I think he's just got to zip it up that left side rail. I don't think he can try to pick a window between the 3-5 or something crazy like that. Sometimes their only choice, but I think he can just spin it up the left side rail. Or down the left side rail. He's coming towards us. Maybe he's down. Bottom of the screen's down. It looks like he's got a good lane for his cue to get in there between the 4 and 9. Should be okay. If he's cueing over the 9 a bit, it is going to be harder. Sometimes the camera angle can be tricky, and the 1 might not be as deep in the pocket as we think. And he might not be able to hit it full enough to get around, because look what he's eyeballing here is like a rail first coming around try to miss the 4, which I think is super tough. Or maybe just real thin on the 1. Well, this can work sometimes. That's not so bad. He did miss the 4, just on the other side of it. It worked out great. He's got a bit of a reach here, but shouldn't be a problem. Cue ball close to the 2 makes it definitely easier to pot. Well executed there. Does he roll forward here is what he's looking at for the 4 in the side next, on the right side. A lot of times I'd try to stun over and play the 4 in the top right corner, but I think the 5 is in play a bit if he goes that way. This way he takes the 5 right out of play. It might be easier to get from the 4 to the 5 this way as well, being that the 9 could have the side cut off. It might just be on that one funny angle too. I think you can smooth draw this one over in the 5 past the 9. Oh yeah. Might be playing the 7 in the side. I think he's probably got too much angle on the 5. Try to hold the 7 for the corner next. Smooths that one in too, but what's he got? How straight is he on this 7? Does he have a little angle going up table where he can draw it over? No, he's coming underneath. It's a quick no. Oh, he tries to stun it over on top, and he doesn't get there. Now it's decision time. Do you chip the safe with the 8 underneath the 10, the cue ball 2 rails up to the top? Do you bank it with the 2-way, which is what he's going to try, or do you cut it? And the cut might be the last option. I kind of like the first option, to be honest, but this is great when it goes in. Just like that. What a great shot. And you do have a backup plan there, and he missed it, if anything, on that side of the pocket where you want to is on the long rail side where it can potentially bank over safe onto the end rail. He overran this one a bit for where he was on the 9. You'd think he'd be straight in on the 10. Got a little excited there. He's got to stay smooth on this one. Oh, you hit it real slow. I thought just a little more into the ball there, and he'd probably never miss it. So easy to get a bit excited there on the 9. Coming around the 10, he just ramped up the stroke. All that good work, and he's going to be down a game still. Yeah, he says that's enough of that. Waiting for the player on the other table to shoot up top there. We do got a draw on Digital Pool. Could probably share the link. I could. Suppose I have the technology for that kind of stuff nowadays. Meanwhile, Rick with the break in rack 6. And it is a race to 9. Winner breaks here. A lot of tournaments we do alternate break, but we try to mix it up. So this is one of the tournaments a year we do winner breaks, and a lot of the lower Fargo players have a super cheap entry fee. It's only $35 for them, so kind of fair in some ways. When the higher Fargo has to pay more money to play. Winner break's not so bad. Rick makes the 1 ball again on the break. Maybe got that figured out because look where the 2 is. I think it's 3-8 next. I don't think he has any kind of angle on the 2 to work with to get the 3 in the corner. Otherwise, you would. Usually try to avoid these kind of combos because the 3 can get lost to either side of the side pocket on the rail. Sometimes tough to just keep it right over the hole. So see what he does here. It looks like he's on the correct side of the 3 anyway. If it does get lost to the rail, cue ball is going to be on the 5-ball side of things. This is not ideal. Now he's got to be moving this cue ball lots to get on the 4. Trying to slow juice around stuff. Looks like he's hit it pretty good, but he doesn't want the cue ball on the rail. You can see him trying to will the bounce. Now he needs to make a big shot. I don't think you can just slow roll this one. I think you got to go back and forth. Yeah, pretty easy to miss that ball, really. But he's gotten away with it slightly in the sense that Kevin doesn't have a shot here, not a makeable one. Not that I can see. Okay, there's the link to the bracket shared. I've officially done it all now. It's all done. Yeah, pin that comment. Don't ban me from the live stream. That would be no good. Okay, Rick with the kick shot, I think. Yeah, looks good. Looks real good. But is it too good? Is he kicking the 5 as well? Oh, sweet shot there, right in the heart. You can see him with the little shoulder shake. This one has good results written all over it, though. The correct speed. You can see where he points the cue ball. And in a perfect world, you get the 5 to the right side rail anyway. I think he gets the better of this one. Sometimes you can be kicking at a ball and be a big favorite to get safe. Well, I was really hoping somebody would come tell me what the score was with Alan and Dave. Do we know? Open the door for a second. Oh, for who? You know? Okay, well, there we go. Say no more. Rick gonna jump at this one when I thought kicking it would have been a better option. Johnny Pay-Pompey is in the house. Should be. Got some volume there. He is.
Hello?
Testing.
Hello?
Testing. He's there.
Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear you?
No, not really. Oh. Normally, I can hear myself a little bit more.
Yeah, I think I have the things not in the right spot, but that's okay. But you're just in time.
I was actually just sitting there, and I talked to Steph, and I said, hey, are you guys streaming? And she's like, I don't think so. Nobody's in there. And then she just came back and said, oh, Ben's in there by himself.
Yeah, it's fine. You know me.
Yeah.
I figure I'd do the first one because then I'm going to be too busy after anyway, right?
That's right. At least get the ball rolling.
Yeah, we get started. I see what you did there. The ball rolling. Very good. Yeah, it's a cool tournament. Kevin looking good here to tie this one up. Nice angle on the 9. Keep the cue ball off the side rail would be good. He does. And he does just that. 3-3. Score with Dave and Allen is 13-11 for Dave. Great match. Really great match.
And Allen's at the table right now.
Allen at the table, which in 8-ball usually means good things.
Yeah, definitely Allen's been putting in a lot of time here, and Dave is making a comeback.
Dave on the comeback trail, just playing everybody.
Yeah, so seems like once a week he's playing somebody for some dineros.
Some decent sized dough flowing around, yeah. And you're welcome, Ray. Come watch in person if you guys can. I mean, get to see it, see that match as well as see all these great matches too.
For sure.
All weekend, great pool happening.
And it's nice to have these two guys on the stream as well. It's a good way to start off the tournament.
Yeah, this is a good opening match. Figure it'd be real close, and it is.
Uh-oh.
That's not going to be good.
A little too much Bannock on that.
Well, and they all opened up pretty good. Just the 2, 3, 4 might be tough. You'd think he'd get from the 2 to the 3, not that bad, but the 4 is in a real tough spot.
Yeah, he's going to have to try to get behind that somehow. I think if he can go, yeah.
Should be able to draw back from the 1 to the 2 and get the correct angle to get down there for the 3, but then.
Yeah, it's getting on a 3 isn't terrible. It's how you're going to get from the 3 to the 4.
Yeah, the 4-5 is something you almost never play.
That's right.
Might bank the 4 on the side before I play the combo. Might be what he's looking at over there too. If he could just get angle on the 3, get just past middle table, bank the 4, but or just get over there. And if you like the combo on the 7, maybe you play that.
Yeah.
Tough to tell.
If that 9 ball wasn't there, it'd be a little bit easier to get on that.
Oh, he didn't draw back far enough.
Did not get back far enough for this. He could be like a little creative here, kind of shoot into the 7 ball. Play it off the 7, and he might be have a little angle to get down to the 4, or sorry, to the 3 ball.
What if he hit it so full that the 7 banked into the 4?
I was going to say that he might actually hit
real
that
creative.
7 ball, push the 4 out a little bit too.
I think that's what he's looking at, to be honest.
It wasn't part of the plan, but you know, I think it's you know, you're a clever player and you can see things.
Oh yeah, he's gonna see those kind of shots. You saw it. It's a good call.
So let's see what
exactly
he does
what
here.
he's doing. Watch the 7 banking into the 4.
And he missed
drove
it.
by it. Still a good shot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But he's gonna be wicked straight on this 3. Good effort.
He did a lot right to get there. It's really hard to plan out exactly how that 7's going to react off that rail. I think the speed had a lot to do with that as well. I think he hit it probably a little too hard.
But he had to draw back and get shape, so he was in tough no matter what.
And I was just coming up short on his shape on the 2.
Yeah, score with Dave and Allen, 13-11, race to 21. And we're at Leather Pocket Billiards, Mervyn, in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
I can't tell by his head if he hooked himself on the 6 ball. But maybe he's just looking at this combo or probably a little safety here.
It's far away no matter what.
And I think from that angle, that was probably the best thing he could have did. He was fairly straight on that 3 ball.
He doesn't have the jump cue in his hand, so I think he can probably see it, right?
Yeah, I think he can see the full ball. Yeah, he's got a lost ball. I just seen it rolling, and then he kind of stopped his head there.
This combo is brutal, though. I'd be trying to play safe before I play the combo.
What kind of safety would you play?
That's
like
the problem. The safe's not easy either. But
it's not. Like maybe like bank it to the left of the 10 ball and try to get towards the 8 ball or the 9 ball.
Yeah.
And maybe try to float that cue ball down.
Or super thin this way and towards the 9. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing about this one is like
if you don't get underneath the 6, you're behind the 5-10.
Right? It's an easier safety back.
Yeah. You got to get below the 6.
That's right. And that was a tough shot by You know, he got out of position on one shot on an open table and it just turned into a sweating game now.
Yeah.
If he gets good on that 3-ball, I think we'd figure out what he could have did with that 4-ball after. But
Or at least get closer and play a good safe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kevin's going to come up short here. Oh, no, he spun it nicely.
Just that little bit of siding on there just to help that cue ball get over.
Yeah, he got some good juice. And the 8 might block a lot of the easy kick lanes here off 1 or 2 rails.
I think the jump shot bank side
Yeah,
could be an option.
definitely the jump if it's there, because you get some safety out of it as well.
Mm-hmm. This is one of those ones where you're like, I hope I don't get too much draw, and then you just draw into the 7.
Oh, yeah. And follow it in.
And follow it in.
Yeah. He could go to the end rail here, too.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking at 2 rails, but that's thin by the 8. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, jump cue. He's going for the jump
A lot more room here. I think I love kicking the ball, but, you know, we play in a game now where jump cues are allowed.
Yeah. He's got that stupid Q-Tech propel that doesn't jump at all. I've seen like 3 or 4 players with that cue. I don't know if they were all faulty, defected ones, but they didn't get over the ball at all.
I think that's probably more the player.
No, it wasn't, because
No.
I used it. Nick used it.
Oh, my God.
How
look at
good is that shot? Holy smokes.
We said jump bank side, and he played jump bank side, but I don't think
He
he
didn't
called
call it? Are you kidding me? He called the 7, I guess, right?
Maybe.
Oh, wow. How good was that, though? He shot it so fast I didn't see him shoot it, too. He just lined up and then bang, 1 stroke.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch it again on here, because
Yeah, he did a really good job on that jump shot.
2-3 strokes and then phew.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't call that.
Because he hit that with a lot of angle for the bank. But like you said, maybe he was trying to slide down to the 7.
Yeah, or maybe just trying to play safe, too. Maybe he
True.
just called safe. Who
Yeah.
knows? But Kevin won't mind. He played shape on the 5 for him.
Mm-hmm.
1 good, no, maybe 2 good shots here, because
He's got to get the right angle on the 8 to get to the 9 ball here.
7 to the 8's not that easy.
Yeah.
I think you draw like just missing it
Mm-hmm.
and get the cue ball out near middle. I don't even think he'd have that much angle that he just pointed at. I think he can get less than that.
Yeah, like
And then
ideally you just want to be about maybe 3-4 inches.
oh, yeah, this is good. This is good. He can miss the side pocket here, low left.
Yeah, and I think that was probably the safer shot out of the 2. But he's going to have to make sure he really watches where this cue ball goes. That side pocket's a big pocket from that angle.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just miss the side pocket, you got to make sure you hit it with speed to come to the short side. So he's in a little bit of a tricky spot here.
Kevin Hallberg wants to know what's the best jump cue to buy. Nix makes an awesome jump cue. But the Predator Air, I think that'd be the Air Rush. They just always have the best technology, you know. Spend the most money on
He
it.
went 3 rails. I didn't think he'd get
Oh,
around
how
that 10
good
ball.
is that? How good is that? With the extension on there, too, that's not easy to get
Mhm.
that precise follow through, you know.
That's right. I thought he was going to hit the 10 ball for sure. And
Oh, it's easy to, like, overcut it with the extension.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of reaching a bit at it.
Well, you're adding that little extra weight to the cue.
Yeah, and then I always seem to overcut it.
Oh.
Oh, speaking of overcut it,
Wow.
but I like the way he played that, to not
didn't
just
baby
roll
it.
it. You got to
Yeah.
go up and down there. That's
Because
the
if you baby
correct.
that, you can decelerate on that pretty easy and miss the whole ball.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Yeah, I think Predator makes the best break cues, the bench jump cues. But if you want to go for value and something that's still like a high-end jump cue, like Nick's cues are great.
Nix, yeah, and he's local. If you're Calgary local or Alberta, Canada local even, you know.
I mean, you got your jump cue shaft from him,
Mm-hmm.
full cue.
But yeah, and it
2
jumps.
inches from the
it
ball.
jumps unbelievable good. It's so good.
But Nick definitely does great work. Puts a lot of time and effort into it, and he studies everything and always wants to do the best. And every time he's getting better and better.
And he cares a lot.
That's the biggest thing, is
Yeah.
caring.
That's all it comes down to a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Maximum effort. Speaking of that, you got to be up first table, hey?
pretty close. Pretty close.
Because it'd be Allen, but we're going to wait for Allen's match.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be you first.
Yeah, Steph knows where I am, so.
Oh, yeah, she'll let you know. Yeah.
Plus, I'll get a text on my phone.
I don't think you will. We didn't put phone numbers in this time.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't have everybody's phone numbers.
Yeah,
So.
that's all right. Steph's really close. It's not like it's a big place.
No, and it's not the 96 player Hui tournament. 64
Exactly.
is a little more manageable.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to see a lot of the guys out here.
Yeah, it's awesome. Really good turnout again. 64 players. Gotta love it. Filled the field.
This cue ball got hit by a ball and kind of banked it down table a little bit hard. If not, that was a pretty massive break.
They've both been hitting it pretty good. Kevin jumped one off the table and hit another one, but he's been hitting it with good speed behind it for sure. They've both been popping it nice.
Yeah. I think Kevin uses the BK rush as well.
Yeah,
he's all predatored out.
He knows what's good for him, yeah. The rush is definitely the best. That brings up a good point, too. Cue ball only fouls. So that's not a foul, although it might look like one.
Yeah, cue ball only.
And the push, we saw a push earlier from Rick. This is a good push from Kevin, but the one pushing is always at a disadvantage. Yeah, Tyler Robertson's got a next cue. He's all about it. It is unbelievable good.
Even like back in the day, like Prevail, they had those cues. They had nice break cues, nice jump cues.
Definitely, Prevail had real good jump cue for its day.
Yeah.
I had one for a little bit. Looks like Rick's going to give this one back. It's a bit surprising. I thought could find a way to duck underneath the 3, kind of bank the 1 around it. Like bank the 1 towards the 8.
Yeah.
Just leave the cue ball underneath the 3. Maybe that's not available. It's just hard to sell out because the 1's going to go towards the 8. Well, I guess if the double kiss
Unless
is there.
Unless you play the double kiss like this genius. That's one of the hard things I find sometimes with the carbon cue is like when you try to play those little cross shots.
Slow juice, man.
It just
slow juice.
It always kind of just finds its way into a double kiss.
Yeah, that's why a lot of these, seasoned players, not necessarily older, but players that have just been playing a long time, they like the wood because they like to spin the ball a ton.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside of center. Carbon's really good if you're just kind of up and down the middle and, high speed siding, but slow speed siding is tough.
3 rails behind the 10.
This looks good with the 1 anyway.
Short, but he still got the 3 ball there.
Yeah,
he can see the one piece of it, but it's a good little containment shot there by Rick.
Yeah, that's how you want to play it because you don't have to get the cue ball below the 6 or the 10 as long as you get the 1 correct.
Yeah.
It's hard to get the 1 wrong there, too, I think.
And he's got to hit this so thin that he's got to make sure.
He's got to miss all kinds of stuff, like the scratch. He's got to miss the scratch, too. He
Oh,
did.
He just missed it.
That's a good shot to miss the 5 and the 6 and the scratch. Tyler jumping from the wheelchair, too. You got to love that. It's a good jump cue when you can, pull it out from the wheelchair stance and get up over the ball. That's awesome stuff. Pretty thin on this one by Rick. He had the 3 and the 9 to help him. Looks like the 9 is going to help a bit.
Yeah, I don't think Kevin could see all this, or
no, just
is he like trying to spin this? I can't see if he's going above the 9 or below.
Yeah, he's below it.
Oh,
try to hit it thin and use the 3 and the 9 again. Yeah, he drove right
by
it.
Missed that. Tough little shot. So good little safety there by Rick. He wasn't trying to do anything too fancy, just a basic safety where get the ball onto the rail and don't leave out, a cut shot or a bank shot. And very similar to what he did the first time. As long as you get that ball into a non-makeable position.
Oh, Rick let go of his stroke there.
That was a long reach.
From ball in hand, yeah, you think you would put it a little closer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I like to be right on the side rail there.
Is that not the 2 ball down table?
Being right-handed, yeah, then you just draw out towards the middle. No, it's 2 next, yeah.
Yeah, because it looks like he played shape for the 3.
No, you could see him just drop his head right away. He didn't go through the stroke. maybe it's just a carbon thing, but I would have put the cue ball on the right side or right on the left side rail. Being right-handed, you just draw it out towards the middle. Don't even use the rail, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got to come with a shot here. This is tough.
See, if you had a carbon fiber here, this wouldn't be as tough as what is it? A wood shot here.
2 shots in a row where I think the carbon would have helped for sure. This one, you really got to get into it with the wood shaft. You got to watch the 9 doesn't come in play here, too. Even when you hit it like God. Well, he hit it perfect. What a shot. What a stroke.
Yeah,
he gets nice and close to it, too.
Doesn't really get much better than that. That was a tough shot.
That was good.
Tough to get down table and get that angle on the 3 here. So he's got a couple options here. See what he likes the best.
See Steve Wilton there on the right side. He had a good match, too. First round playing Jeff Jelinas. G off. 2
big potters going at it.
Yeah, well, Steve's been playing really great lately.
Yeah, I mean, those guys, they put in a lot of time there in the last, year and a half.
Yeah, Steve's been playing a lot the last 6 months or so. Well, he takes
so
what he can get there. I like that.
Cinch it and
you got to do a lot of this in pools. Just take what the table gives you.
Yeah, and you can't get frustrated about that. Sometimes that's just how the balls roll, and if you get frustrated, it gets harder and harder.
You got to be a shot maker, and Rick's a shot maker. You know?
He is.
So you just bet on yourself there.
Yeah.
You don't need to get closer to the 4. You're a good shot maker. You just make the shots, you know.
Just like that. He didn't just make it down in the corner. He drew back all the way. He's going to have to try to avoid a 10 ball here.
He heard us talking about the carbon. He's like, I can draw with the wood shaft. Don't worry about it, guys.
Well, it's funny because when you sit there and you've played with wood and then you play with a carbon and you see the power difference.
Definitely easier to draw the ball.
Oh, yeah, you're using like 20-30% less power.
He'd like this one to land right on the rail because otherwise he's going to shoot the 9 off the rail.
That's right. And so now what he wants to do is kind of get where that line is there, the head string. Then he has that natural angle to get up for the 1 because I don't think being that close to the rail, he could put bottom on it.
So can't force it out.
We'll see what he decides to do.
Might try to force it a bit.
Oh, so he just stunned it. But, you know, like if you roll down to that line, you just middle ball, you hit that, and it comes right past the side pocket. Easy shot on the 10.
Yeah, I thought he might stun follow that shot a bit more.
See, now he's got to pop this in.
Oh, yeah, and it made it missable, and he missed it. And he's going to sell it out. It's not a gimme, but it's pretty easy for Kevin to take a 2-game lead here.
And it's always hard to see from our angle to see if he could just roll this in or if he's got to play multiple rails.
It looks like he's loading up, but I might just super inside juice this one, even if I'm near the side pocket. Yeah, like this.
He just did that.
It's one of those bet on yourself again, you know, because you can cut this in from, you know, anywhere near the side's okay.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of these things are just preference on your game.
Yeah,
some guys
like
a little bit of middle ball. Some guys like to draw the ball. Some guys like to play top. It's
well,
just comfort level.
And sometimes you just know that you suck at this shot, so you can't leave it there, and you have to come around, you know?
Yeah.
You just go over there and look and go, no, I'm never going to make it from there. I better come around.
That's right.
Okay, I better just run and check on things for a second.
I would have came around on that 3 rails, but
not me, John.
It's just a little bit easier for some people. How do you get back to the score side? There we go. Just in case I got to mark score while Ben takes a break here. So we'll see Kevin up here taking a nice break. He's been hammering the ball pretty good all tournament here. This time the cue ball did not get kicked down table. Slow down 6 ball. So I think the only real problem that Kevin has here is just getting to the right angle of this 3 ball. Other than that, it's a wide open table here. Just the first shot. It's probably the hardest shot. He's already looking at maybe banking the 3, because if you draw back, you kind of got to draw back to where you are now. And the cue ball might actually slide to the left side of the table. But these are just the angles that we have here, and see how Kevin works this out here. Kevin was born and raised Calgarian and lived in Vancouver for many years, and he's finally back out here again. Don't go in the side pocket. Ooh. That was the hard part about that shot, was just controlling that cue ball for this 3. And I don't think he could have got a worse position than where he's at now. So he'll have to dig down on this ball and kind of just slide that cue ball over with a little draw. Try to get back middle table. Nice little recovery shot there by Kev. And I'm not, both guys, I respect both guys very much. Says Kevin's at 625, but I think he does play a little higher than that. He just doesn't play enough tournaments, like local tournaments. So I'm hoping my volume's okay, people. Hopefully it's not too low for you guys. If it is, just let me know. A little bit of a tricky shot here. Just kind of want to avoid running into the 8 ball here. And he hit that perfect. I like the way he played that shot. Side pocket's fine. You don't baby the shot. You know, if you get a funny angle, kind of like that 50% line, makes it hard on the 7. Now it's easy just to pop that in, and it's usually not the best to move the cue ball around too many rails, but in some incident like this one, I think that was perfect for him to get down for the side pocket. And now it looked like straight bottom. I think he needed just a little bit of right-hand siding there to get straighter, but he should not have a problem with this shot. Nice little run out there by Kevin, break and run. And I don't know if, thanks Cliff, appreciate it. Because normally I could hear myself with the headphones I got on, and I can't hear myself. So it's a very weird feeling. But yeah, we should have like a little stat board of you know, break and runs. I don't think it would fill out very good, but thanks, Ray. But I think it'd be a fun little stat just to throw on there. You don't get a lot of break and runs, but it'd be nice to see a little bit more of those stats handed out. See if he can hold this cue ball again center table. Nice little break again by Kev. Perfect little shot on the 1 ball here. 2 balls there, 3, 4, 5. You know, it's just like the hardest shot on the table might be the 8 ball. And that's not a very tough shot. So it'd be pretty sick to see if we can get another break and run out of this guy. Let me just take a peek here.
Still 13-11.
13-11. The 8 ball's tied up to the 15 ball. So it seems like I don't know who's high ball or not, but it's still 13-11. I'm just trying to open the door up so I could peek at Dave as he's looking at this, what to do. He must be high ball. This sets race to 9. That's correct with Kevin and Rick here. Gotta go past this 5 ball, and he just ended up in a weird spot. But he should be okay here. Just go like a little 3-rail shape for the 3 ball here. You just want to kind of get that cue ball center table again. I don't think he's going to have much of a problem with this. So Dave is high ball, and he just bumped the 8 ball closer to the corner pocket, but hooked to Allen. So Allen may have to go to 2 rails or whatnot to kick this in, or he could push the 15 with a foul to that. And I think that puts Allen in a really good position if he could hold that nicely. But speaking of good stuff here, we're watching Kevin just kind of really get into a good rhythm here. He's breaking the ball good. He's controlling the ball really well. He's not making very many mistakes here after the last few games. Yeah, I'm actually surprised at that Dave and Allen's match is still at 13-11 because we said that. I think the score on this game was 3-3. Nice little roll forward here for the 6, and like I said, 7 to the 8's the key shot in this rack. If he can get onto that 8 ball nicely, it's going to be back-to-back runouts here for Mr. Beskill. Just take a little peek here. Yep, Allen did push the 15 into the 8 ball again. The 8 ball is probably about an inch away from the pocket, corner pocket, so he's definitely in a driver's seat. But we'll see what kind of craftiness Dave can come up with. It's a nice little angle for Kevin. Just got to play 1 rail past the side pocket. Wouldn't be terrible if he just kind of bumped that 2nd rail. Just a small angle on the 8 ball. Yeah, the big key here is this is like get past the side pocket. And he went short side. And he hit that pretty good. I think going above the side pocket would have been a little bit easier, and I think the angle would have been a lot better for Kevin. But he's still looking good here. It's all preference. It all just depends on you as a player, on what you want to do and what you feel comfortable with. So we'll see if it's pretty close to the rail, so I don't know if he can like draw down to play this 10 ball into the bottom right-hand corner. He may have to come back and forth, I think, so we'll see what oh no. Oh no. Kevin Beskill, what have you done? That was a stretchy shot. And you know that 8 ball was pretty frozen to the rail, maybe a hair off, so it wasn't the easiest shot in the world. And he had to put a lot of juice on there so he didn't scratch in his side. So definitely a little bit tougher shot. Like I said, if he would have went above the side pocket, it would have gave him a little bit easier angle to play with. But I guess he felt comfortable going below the side pocket. So a real tough break there by Kevin, but I don't think Rick minds. Rick's one of those guys where, you know, he could put a couple together himself. So Allen has put the 8 over the hole, and the 15 kind of could go in the corner, but he's got a kick at it, I believe. I don't think it's something he could cut in. So if he does cut this in, he could kind of play safety, but I think the bank shot is where he's going to go with. Oh my God. Rick missed. Sorry guys, I wasn't paying attention to Rick's game. I'm watching Dave's game at the moment here, so I apologize. Nice. I think Kevin's going to have to play a little safety here. Just play it perfect. Is he a little short on this? Ooh. Just trying to get that to that back rail, but Rick's got a potter's chance now. So Dave is going one rail kick. And I think the odds of him making this, I give him better than 50-50. So Dave did hit it, but it did not do any favors for him. He grazed the 15 ball and left a straight in 8 ball for Allen. So Allen played that safety strategy a little right. He just kept pushing the 8 closer to the pocket, closer to the pocket.
That was awesome. Awesome little safety battle. They give the crowd what they came to see there. That was nice.
Yeah, Kevin missed the 8 ball to run back-to-back runouts.
That was great.
Nice little bank there by Rick.
Oh, and a good bank after back-to-back. Almost back-to-back runouts.
Almost back-to-back runouts. Yeah, he broke the ball really well, and he really had that cue ball going where he wanted it to.
Oh, we've been waiting for a breaking run or two.
Mm-hmm.
See if Rick can come with one, get himself back in this match. He's been hitting the balls good, so one good break.
Yeah, well, it's kind of weird because when Kevin missed it, he left Rick a tough shot, and then Rick missed it. And so Kevin played a safety.
I saw the up and down. He left it long. Rick must have made a good one there on the 8.
So Rick must have made the 8 ball. It was kind of like where the cue ball is now, maybe a little bit lower.
I think it was, higher up towards the end rail.
That's right.
Like
tougher. Maybe like 2 more inches forward.
It was a tough shot for sure. And then didn't play shape. He just took what he could get.
Yeah, and he made a beautiful bank. But it was a two-way bank because you see where he left the cue ball on the bottom rail. So this is what Rick's been waiting for. Just an opportunity to get back to the table and see if he could put a couple together himself. Lost the cue. Oh, my Lord. He lost the cue ball a little bit, but found its way into the side pocket. And it was just one of those ones. I think it kissed a ball or something.
Yeah, and this looks not bad. 2 to the 3 will be the shot because the 1 in the jaws, you'd like to think he could get wherever he needs to on the 2.
Yeah, you just play that on a back rail and just try to get middle table. You don't have to get too perfect on this. Yeah, that was an unfortunate scratch there by Rick for sure.
I think your opponent's here too, so you're going to be up right away.
Okay.
They already, there's 2 matches already finished. There's a bunch about to finish too, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like he's trying a couple different shots here, but I just think just keep it simple here and just try to get middle table.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't try to go crazy here and get all the way down because what big advantage do you get anyway from getting all the way down there?
Well, say you hit it a little bit thin. Now you're running into the 5-9-3.
Well, and even you just get perfect right on the 2 down here between the 5-10. Then what? You still have a tough shot from the 2 to the 3 anyway.
Yeah, and he just drew that out.
Yeah, I don't mind this.
Don't really use the rail there, so. But same thing, right? Like, don't make it complicated.
Yeah, and then because you still have to make a tough shot from the 2 to the 3 no matter where you land. Good target where he is right now, just middle table. I always tell players, just middle table. You got to get really good at putting the cue ball in the middle of the table.
Oh, 100%. Anytime I get my cue ball with like some of the stuff that I've been working on,
crashed and
burned. I use the 2 diamonds above and below the side pocket.
Yeah.
And I just try to get to that line at least. And you find yourself in better positions most of the time. It's nothing crazy. So he played a nice little safety here.
Yeah, looks like he came up a bit short, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Considering.
He might be able to see the 3. If not, it's not a hard kick. And a kick like that, he can probably maybe get that behind the 5 ball.
I think he can see a lot of this ball.
You're looking like he's looking straight up in the corner.
Yeah, he can see a lot of it. He might go for the pot here too, because the 8 might stop the cue ball.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he's just playing safe. He's going to drag the cue ball to slow the angle with the 8.
Use the 8 and 6 to hook him.
That's right.
That's a very similar safety I played against Edwin yesterday on the Hill game.
Drag it.
And then he kicked it and got safe on me. He got lucky.
Did he? Is that the one he kicked banked? No, that was a different game. There was one he kicked. He called the kick bank on the side. I watched it and he missed it. It came off a ball.
Yeah, I think that was the shot.
And almost went in.
Yeah, that was
oh,
the
look
shot.
at this shot. What a nice shot.
Nice. Good little recovery shot there.
Pays to hit him, as they say. He hit it good, and he got rewarded there.
Yeah,
left it long. Tyler says he's really good at putting the cue ball in the middle of the pocket, that is. Well, you should
as long
take
as it
up,
goes in the pocket.
Take up Russian Pyramid.
Right?
That's like, you can do that. You get points for that in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see what Rick's got here. Maybe thin, just try to get the cue ball by the 9.
I
Leave
think
it
that's
side to side.
probably the best thing you could do right now.
Don't try to go crazy here, right? What else would you have?
I don't see a whole lot.
Nothing. And even
just make sure you hit it thick enough that you don't scratch.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. Even that's not easy because you could catch it a bit thin and scratch.
Oh, he could see more
He had the left side of it.
He saw the whole ball.
If he had a bit of the left side, he definitely played the correct shot there. Just trying to get length.
That's right.
Because the 5-6 is the real problem.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have to do a whole lot here. You know, just kind of just push us in and get the cue ball maybe just a little bit of an angle where the cue ball, you know, you shoot the 5 in the side.
And go into the 6. I
And
think
try to
it
run
was
into the
long
6.
and it was a tricky angle there too. Maybe the same shot Rick played a couple shots ago.
Maybe
was
he could
cut
just
it by and drag it.
Shoot the 3 into the 6 ball and let the cue ball go up table. Or is he kind of playing the same shot as last time? So he just used the 6 ball to hold that cue ball.
This is a more quality safe because now the 5's big, the 8 blocked a lot.
Yeah, it just opened up the table for whoever gets the next run.
Might try the cheeky little jump here with the next cue, to be honest.
Yeah, you're only jumping half a ball.
Well, it's just up and down quick, right? You can get it up and down quick with that cue.
This is the only tough shot he's got here is that cue ball's going past the side pocket.
Yeah, that was always going to be a tough kick, too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Rick with a bit of a tricky opening shot. Looks like Johnny's up.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Table 17. John Pei Pompey and Chan Lee. Good luck.
Take care, guys. Thanks.
That'll time out good. John can play that match, then stream for the rest of the night. Uh-oh. Oh, looked like that one was going to come out off the rail a bit, but stayed true. Rick needs this game. You don't want to go down 7-4, race to 9. That's 6-5, anybody's game. It's 13 all. I thought I could hear the crowd clapping a little. I mean, it's no surprise they're probably cheering for Allen a bit. It's homeroom and all. Hey, Mona. Nice to see you in the chat. And yeah, what an awesome match, right? Two gentlemen of the game, legends of the game. This legend of the game is hitting them good, but one or two blips and a couple of real good shots from Kevin's got Rick 2 games in the hole, but it looks like he can get it back to 1 game down here. Well, he'd like to be way straighter on the 8. I've seen him pull up on a few balls like that. He's just not getting through it as much as he needs to. You watched John play once in Penticton. Yeah, you wouldn't be the only one who's had that pleasure. Oh, that was dangerous, close to the side pocket. But well executed nonetheless. 2 balls left to get it to 6-5. Looking pretty good here. Gonna wait for Geoff to shoot over there on table 16. And For those following the bracket, table 15 is the stream table. Good work there from Rick after a couple nice safeties on the 3-ball. Jaworski in the YouTube says, I believe Dave's big cash game experience gives him some extra opportunities in the end, and he wins by 4 or 5 games down the home stretch. It's not a bad prediction, other than the fact that it went hill when they played at Hidden Spot a few weeks ago. Mona says she just saw Johnny and Kevin recently. We just saw you, Mona. Me and my son, we saw you on the Amazing Race. And my son said, do you know everybody? Couldn't believe that I knew you guys. And that was a super cool episode playing Mahjong. What's up, David Wilson? I already pinned the comment there. You can see below you. I pinned the comment. The bracket link. I did your job, but you're up next every match now, okay? From here till the end of the weekend. Thanks, bud. For those tuning in, we're at Leather Pocket Billiards, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. At the 2024 Fall Classic, 64 players signed up this weekend. $1,000 added handicapped entry fee from $35 up to $125. Make sure you come check it out in person throughout the weekend if you're in the area. Some good food, cold drinks, lots of fun. Everybody always laughing, smiling. Some good music. All right. Rick to break, doesn't lose the cue ball that time, but he takes a little off. And he makes the 4-railer on the 3 and another ball. And he's got a real good look at the 1 here. It's going to be all about the 4 to the 5, and the 7-9 is trouble, big trouble. Yeah, Tyler, definitely sometime you got to come on down, get some good experience here at LP, of course. Lots of good players, not just myself. Yeah, Mona, I saw Justin Lee. I didn't know James, but of course I know Justin as well. That must have been a lot of fun. Mona Stickley was on Amazing Race Canada last season. How cool is that? Not racing, you know, but equally cool is being part of an episode, teaching a game. Super fun. And we love that show, so. Good, wholesome family entertainment. Okay, Rick with the slow spin. What does he got on the 5 next is going to be the question, because not only does he have to deal with position on the 5, but he needs to do something with the 7 after the 5. If you could make the 5, you just lay up underneath the 7 and play the safety. But I don't think the 5 goes by the 8 or the 7. He's correct to not shoot the 4 yet. You got to really figure out what you're doing with the 5 before you shoot the 4. I think I see it as what you want to do, getting angle with the cue ball from middle table, where you just push the 5 towards the left rail and leave the cue ball behind the 10. Use the 10 to block the 5. And then he's going to have to kick at it and hit it. He might open it up for you, or he might drive by the 5 kicking it, in which case then you get ball in hand, try to figure it out. But I like the call, Tyler, but I don't think the rail first off the 7 is that playable. Mostly because even if you land perfect on the 5 to do that, you still have to judge where the 7 goes and the cue ball. So it wouldn't be just about potting the 5 there. It'd be tricky. I think he's going to try to avoid that. Is this 3-ball combo playable? That might be a great choice, but I don't think so. At my first glance, I thought it's a little to the long rail and hard to overcut it on a 3rd ball. I think he's going to try to play Tyler's shot, the rail first, and the cue ball is going to be tracking the correct direction here. Hard to tell on Tyler's phone. Well, turn your phone sideways, Tyler. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's probably already sideways. Oh, he hit it beautifully. And a great call from Tyler. You could tell from your phone. Really great call. Stun this one. Oh, he's letting up on a couple of those shots. You could see him not getting through it as much as he'd love to. He'd love to be a little closer to this 8. Now he's got a tester. I think he smooths it in anyway. He's a big favorite, but no gimme. Tyler's screen is shattered. He still saw the in-off perfectly. It's so easy to miss that ball from distance like that. There's a couple of racks that both these guys have let go late into the work. You know, they do all the work, miss the last ball, last 2 balls, making it easy, but this is not the easiest shot. Looks like we got a Kerry Campbell on the left there. I'm just going to refresh this bracket, see where we're at here. I do have a match tonight, so at some point I may have to just let the stream run with no commentary, which I hate. But I am still 5-6 matches away. Not scheduled till 10 p.m. too, so plenty of time. Kevin with a nice shot on the 8 and the 9. One more good shot needed to regain a 2-lead advantage. A 2-game lead it is. 7-5. Kevin Beskell over Rick Glenn. And I think he just motioned. No, I thought maybe a washroom break. No washroom break needed. Getting at it, I love it. So I'm just going to try to take a peek at this big bar box set we got going on over here too in the background. If you guys are in the area, come check that out. They're racing a 21 for a whole bunch in the middle. It looks like 14-13 Dave raced to 21 against Allen. Kevin to break at 7-5, race to 9 here, and they've told me the next match coming up right after this one, Stephen Holem taking on Joanne Ashton. It's 2 of Canada's finest. Gonna do battle, race to 9, winner breaks. Sure to be a good match. Lots of firepower on both ends there, and definitely don't write off Joanne in that one. She can shoot, and she's beat plenty of good players like Steven. Looks like a good break from Kevin here, but a tricky opening shot on this one ball. Contemplating some safeties here. I don't blame him. Can duck under the 6 with the 1 or the cue ball. Kind of like the cue ball underneath there. Leonard Spice wants to know what the payouts are. They're on digital pool, but I can tell you most of them off heart because I did them yesterday and put the envelopes in this morning. So we got $13.50 up top, $700 for second, $480 for third, I believe, $330 for fourth, $230 for fifth, sixth, $150 for seventh, eighth, $100 for 9th through 12th, and $80 for 13th through 16th. Looks like Kevin was not playing safety there, so he waved his hand in apology. He got a good one. Looks like lots of distance. Cue ball near the rail. Rick going to give this one the long look. What you need to do in these situations is obviously never give up. It's pretty cliche, but keep your opponent off the hill is a big one. Gives you just one extra shot of breathing room where something funny could go wrong, or you could get a skid and miss the 10 or something. So you really want to give it your all in these next couple of games, of course, in every game, but especially these next couple. And I wonder if Dave thinks I'm streaming his match because I got the headset on. I'm looking at him. Secret camera angle. But no, we're watching the 9-foot action. We will have a stream on the 7-foot side of the tournament. This tournament is A side on the 9-foot, B side on the 7-foot. 10 ball on both sides, but B side on the 7-foot. It might be a sideways angle, but we'll get an angle. Kevin going to try to go thin off this ball. No, he goes into it pretty thick. Going to bank it over. Use a 2 as cover, but it leaks out. Still a tough shot for Rick here to open up this one. And then the 2 to the 3 is no walk in the park either. Leonard Spice wants to know, is 8-ball tournament on digital pool too? I'm not sure what 8-ball tournament you're referring to, but this one's just a 10-ball tournament. And it is on digital pool. The brackets, link to the brackets posted underneath there. If you got to copy and paste it in your browser. Or go to digital pool. It's under tournaments under Fall Classic 2024. Looks like a good shot from Rick there, but like I referred to before, he needs a good one here as well. I've seen him get into a couple good ones in the past where he draws it smooth, and he hits this one smooth too, and we got 14 all. The Dave and Allen match. And I should be able to hang out with you guys at least until the next match starts. I might have to put the scoreboard up there And we might not get scores updated in the next match, but we'll have a stream for sure. Stephen Holem and Joanne Ashton going to do battle after this. But I am only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables away. 7, I suppose. We could count another one there, but not far away. Rick taking his time on the 5 here because the 7 is in a tough spot. It's not the next ball, but it's one you need to notice now. You might need to draw into it and go crazy, or you might need to get precise angle on the 6 to get precise on the 7, or you might just want to miss the 5, trap your opponent into trying to get on the 7. I think trying to get short side on the 7 would be the play. Not to play it in the side, not that short side, but to get below it and play it in the top right after the 6. That's what I'd be trying to do. Leonard, no, both sides are 10 ball. Both sides of the tournament 10 ball here. I know we do all kinds of different tournaments at LP. We try to keep it fresh, do different stuff, mix it up. And the last one we did would have been the Hui Memorial, big 196 player tournament, which was 9 ball on the A side and 8 ball on the B side. This one, Fall Classic, 10 ball on both sides. 7-foot 10 ball, I actually quite enjoy. It's not a bad game at all. It's quite nice. Oh, Kevin with the miss on the 6-2. See, nobody wants to try to get on the 7. It's just tricky. Both trying to trap each other. Yeah, see, even Rick with a bit of the hand. Like, how do I get on this ball? I think if you're Rick now, you kind of just have to play a little top right spin here and try to put the cue ball exactly on the right side rail. When you get on the 7, you draw back, play the 9 the side next. But, I mean, what else do you do? You can't get short side on it now, like I was first referring to. I mean, you could, but it'd be real tricky. Oh, he's coming all the way around, but he crashes. Might not be the worst thing that could happen to him. He could duck underneath the 10 here, or could get a little brave, try to play the cross side, but I don't think he does that because of the score. I think if the score is reversed, he might try that. Oh, he is going to go for it. Yeah, it's easy to double kiss it. It's easy to overcut it. I thought he might just play the safe. Seemed a little bit all in there at maybe a wrong time. Sometimes you got to play the score a little bit, play your opponent a little bit. Kevin coming up a bit short. He'd rather be straight in on this 9, but it's not a problem. He can draw over, shoot the 10 in the same pocket. He's looking good here. Looking real good to get himself on the hill. Kevin Beskel coming to play tonight. Rick Glenn, very tough customer. As I'm sure many of you know, seen him playing on our streams before. He drains the 10. And winner breaks can be a real factor here. Kevin's already broken around out once. It's not much to say he couldn't do it again right here. Finish it off. Leonard Spice says, if it's 64 players, depending on table draw, you might play a 9-foot table or a 7-footer. I know it's hard to understand, but Leonard, the A side is on the 9-foot. The B side is on the 7-foot. 10 ball on both sides. Just the A side on the 9-foots, B side on the 7-foots. That way, the tournament goes a lot faster. We can do longer races. If we only did this tournament, say, on the 9-foot or the 7-foot, then we'd have to do races to like 5 and 4. Maybe 7 and 6 would make for a real long weekend even. This way we can do nice long races, 9, 7 on the B side, and yeah, everybody has a good time. Get to play lots of pool for the cash. I mean, 520 and under, paying only 35 bucks. Look at this break. 5's going to spoil the show or not? Wow. How'd he hit it, folks? He made 4 balls. He made 4 balls. Let's take a second look at this YouTube. We've got a little delay happening from the live. If you're watching on YouTube, you could go back and rewind anyhow. Well, let's see how good he hits this one. Squares it up perfectly. Nice power, nice pop. Oh, he made 2 side balls and he got 2 kisses. 2-3 kissed. It's all about this 1 to the 4 to the 5. Yeah, Leonard, we like to mix it up. We do all kinds of stuff. If you guys follow, there's a Facebook page called Alberta Pool Tournaments that I created last year. And this year I'm going to update it again. I just about have it done to post, but it kind of shows most of the major events in Alberta and some of the Vegas tournaments and some of the CCS major events. So that way we're trying not to overlap each other with big events. Missed the 4 ball, Kevin. So a little life for Rick here still. Picture not as crisp as it usually is. Yeah, this should be the last stream of this camera. We have the new lights in the room. And they're going to have some better cameras. We'll have a top-down view. How cool will that be? But some work to be put in first before that happens. Nice shot there from Rick. One more good one needed. Is a bit far away from the 7. You got to stay still on this one. And he does. Good shot with the back against the wall. Never say die. Good player like him knows you can come back from any lead. Any deficit, I should say. $2,000 a ball at the small Friday nighter that Leonard plays. Are you kidding me? That's huge money. 20 G's, the break pot? He would have made 8K on his break? Table must break tough, Leonard, for the pot to build that much. Unless the establishment's adding a crazy amount. We got a pretty good one here. It's been 10,000 for the run out on the Sunday tournament, which we will have this week as well. We have Sunday 9-ball weekly. Handicapped entry fee, race to 5 and 4, 9-ball and 9-foot diamonds. And the 10-ball break pot, 10,000 for the run out. It's gone twice. Twice it's been run out. and a couple other times pretty close to it. But our gracious owner's been putting the money in every time. Is this maybe one of the first dry breaks we've seen from Rick? He's been hitting them great. Got a hanger over there in the side pocket. The 8 hit the horn. That second prize is the fact that Kevin doesn't have a look at the 1. I think he's going to be pushing out. If he could see the 1, he'll definitely try to edge it, get the cue ball maybe below the 3-4, and get the 1 on the top rail, but I'm not sure that is in play. Table breaks weird. I knew it. Leonard Spice says there's a $2,000 a ball break pot. Bar box. Table just breaks weird. Where is the establishment, Leonard? Maybe I'll get in the car and go for a drive. Bring some boys, try to snap it off. 20 grand. Might be worth the travel. Put on my list of things to do in 2025. I guess the other question would be, is it for regulars only? A lot of times those pots get so big they stop letting players like myself come in and try to rob it. They just say, no, you got to play 3 weeks in a row or something before you get a chance to break. Okay, safety shot on the 1 here from Rick. He's still very much alive in this match now. You get this to 8-7, and Kevin will start thinking about the opportunity he had to win 9-5. See, Leonard, I'm on top of this stuff. 6 weeks. You need 6 weeks just to buy tickets, and you still got to get drawn. All right, change of plans. Stay here, try to win the 10. Actually, I have some really, really great tournaments here. A handful of times a year with quite substantial added money. We had a 6th annual Barry Huey Memorial just a couple of months ago. And it had $10,000 added. And we're going to have another one in March with the same. So I've been told. The Len Memorial, the 3rd annual Len Memorial, will have $10,000 added as well. And it has this same format for the entry fee. It's super handicapped. Somebody might get a shot at $10,000 added for like $35 entry fee, $45 entry fee, something like that. Excuse me. So I'm really hoping Johnny just plays some speed pool, then he comes in here to stream the next match. No? Maybe. I think maybe his girlfriend would want to go home. I think she just flew in tonight. Okay, well, edged the 1 coming around there, as we saw. Now Rick's got a real tough return. He might be able to edge it too, but it's thin, and the cue ball's going straight towards the low left. Right in the heart. Rockets it right in the heart. Okay, let's see what Kevin can do to finish this one off. The balls lay nice. The 7, 8, close together. The 9 over the hole. The 1, 2, 3, 4 all together. You kind of got to love his look here. If he gets from the 2 to the 3, these balls just link pretty nice. 6 to the 7 might be the only tough shot. Worst case, got a nice bailout. 7, 9 combo. Derek Moore wanting an update on the other match. Looks like it's gonna be, well, let's wait till Dave shoots this ball, and then I'm gonna update you. I'm multitasking here, watching many matches at the same time. Okay, Dave's shooting the 8 to take a 15-14 lead. David Wilson, another David, wants to know when that tournament is. Last time you announced the tournament, it was changed to an earlier date. Last time I announced the tournament, it was changed to an earlier date. No, maybe a few times ago. Last time I announced the tournament was this one. I didn't change it. Time before that was the Hui Memorial. Did not change it. I even soft released that one to my teammates first to make sure all of Hui's teammates could get in. I may have changed it from what I told you personally once I figured out to not overlap some other events. But anyway, David, long story short, the tournament will be in March. And I have, I think you follow that Alberta pool tournaments thing that I created. So you should see it when I post it, but I almost have the calendar done again. So I kind of post all the major dates. Big miss from Kevin there. He's got Rick still in this match. Got to start to believe a little bit more now, too. Missing some balls. Anytime your opponent's on the hill and you start missing some balls, you better start believing. Thin one here, though. This is not an easy shot. Real thin to cut this one in. And he overcuts it. Not hard to overcut that one, really. And it's put right over the hole for him. No love on the miss there. Fully punished. Yeah, Leonard. Too bad they frown at players' meetings in Alberta because the pot in this tournament would be huge. We've had some good ones. But they're very frowned upon, those quote unquote players' meetings. David says I announced the Hui for mid-November and it was held in October. I might have announced like a save the date thing. Definitely didn't put out a poster and then change the date, but yeah, might be thinking of another year or two. I'm not sure. Anyway, my apologies if I did do that, David, but just keep an eye out in March. I don't have the weekend off the top of my head. Keep an eye on that Alberta pool tournaments thing. I'll be posting that like in the next week or two with all the major Calgary and Alberta dates. Better yet, David, just move to Calgary. Then you'll always know if you're always hanging out at LP. Well, I don't know if I love what he looked at there. He thought, draw this one off the end rail, side rail into the 8. Can be a bit touchy. And he does go for that. Oh, he misses the 8. What are the odds? Actually, David, come to think of it, I might still... still having a message. The Len Memorial dates. Let me look. See what I can do for you here, David. Looks like the weekend of March 22nd. Oh, he definitely didn't call that. We got a half good rub there in the fact that it moved the 8 just a hair. He says, no, I called it in the top corner there. I was calling the 9. Okay, March 22nd. But don't quote me. Nah, I'm just kidding. You can always quote me, Dave, and then just yell at me after if I'm wrong. Or if I misquote it. Okay, so there is a rule in 10 ball where if you fluke a ball, your opponent can make you shoot again. So I think that's what we saw happen there was Kevin didn't call that ball on the side, but he fluked it so Rick didn't like the bank. He made Kevin shoot the bank. I think Rick can just roll up on this 10 here. I don't think you go crazy trying to combo. Yeah, he just rolled the cue ball up to the 10, but he's not going to get it there. He's not going to get it there. Leonard, bit of a wild game, no doubt. No doubt. Start of matches, end of matches. Always real tough. Tyler says throw some tournaments on the island. Yeah, I would love to, man. I would absolutely love to. Maybe one day I'll make it out there to knock some around with you, pal. Kevin Beskel with the 10 ball here to finish this one off in exactly 2 hours, the time frame I laid out for these matches. Isn't that nice? 9-6, good win from Kevin. I think probably just let her run here. Looks like definitely Joanne just hopping on in there. So I'll reset the names on the scoreboard. And we'll fire it up for the next match, and I'll hang out with you guys as long as I can before I gotta go play. And let's see how many tables away I am. In the meantime, Nick's Q Innovation, everybody. All right, everybody, just waiting for them to flip the coin, lag it up, decide who breaks first, and then get her going. Looks like I am maybe only 4 tables away now. 4 or 5 tables away. So I'm just going to go take a browse around the room. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We got this next match coming right up. Johan Ashton taking on Stephen Holem. Share the stream, everybody. Sorry, guys. Just taking care of things, and I'm going to have to play right away, so we're going to leave this one with no commentary, but I'll try to jump in, update scores when I can. But if you guys want to update scores and comments too, that would be much appreciated. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Enjoy. right, everyone. Looks like Stephen Holem, the winner there. 9-4 is the score. And that's it for tonight, everybody. We're going to be back 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 12 hours from now, with the next matches. Follow the bracket on Digital Pool there. You see it pinned on the Facebook chat. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Share the stream lots for me all weekend. I appreciate you all tuning in tonight. We'll see you all tomorrow.